When I moved to Spain, I knew absolutely nobody. I had just graduated college and I was ready to take on the world and travel Europe, but I just had one small problem. I didn't have any friends. And if you're watching this video, you're probably going abroad and anxious or stressed because you too have no friends. Well, my friend, there, now we're friends. I did find friends and I was able to form a social circle of like-minded individuals who I am honored to call my friends. So, how did I do it? Well, lucky for you, I have 10 ideas here of places that you can go and things you can do to make friends abroad. So without further ado, let's get into it. Idea number 1, your job. Okay, so this one's pretty obvious, but if you're moving abroad for work, you'll meet people at your place of work.
Checks out.
Whether you're teaching English or doing a tech job or some kind of digital nomad work, you're likely going to be able to meet people where you work. So take advantage of this. Try to make connections with your coworkers. The people who have been there for a while will understand that you're new and you're still getting your footing, and they'll likely take care of you. I know in my situation, there was another English teacher who really made sure that I was comfortable, invited me out with her, and she has been a great friend. If nobody takes the initiative themselves, then you have to be that person to go and invite someone to coffee or see if they want to hang out after work someday, grab a drink, just, get together and, chat for a while. You might find you guys actually have a lot in common. If there are other foreigners at your workplace, even better, because you can explore the new country that you're in together. This can be a great way to get to know people from a diverse background who are in the same boat as you. Say, for example, you're both English teachers, you'll not only have that in common, but you'll likely have a lot more similar interests. Idea number 2, expat groups. Chances are, wherever you are, there will be other foreigners there too. So do exactly what you're doing right now, using the internet to find information, and check out to see if there's groups of expats. Go on Facebook, just search Language Assistance Madrid or Digital Nomads Berlin, or traveling coders who are running away from a failed marriage and love hipster coffee shops, Bali. And boom, you're likely to find a group of people similar to you. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. Groups of similar people on Facebook, on the internet, go out and meet them. Idea number 3, universities. So I didn't truly fully appreciate the college environment until after I was out of it. So if you're a student, take advantage of being a student and talk to people in your classes. If you're an exchange student, there's likely an exchange program with other exchange students from other countries at your university. So get involved with that program. I know at the university where I was teaching English, there was Erasmus, which is like the European exchange program. And I was able to meet a lot of people from all over Europe and all over the world, really, by joining that group, getting put into the group chat, and showing up to different events, mixers, meet and greets, those types of things. It was a great way to meet people, and a lot of my closest friends while I was in Europe, I met that way. The great thing about universities is that they're filled with smart people who are trying to better themselves and pursue their interests. Likely, if you're going abroad, you fit into that category as well. So you'll find a lot of people who are like-minded, and you're likely to have a lot in common with them. Idea 4, sports and activities. If you're a somewhat active person who likes to do exercise, definitely look in your town or city and see if there's a gym you can join. If not, you can go to parks or see if there's outdoor recreation spaces, but try to find one of these places because chances are you can meet people there. So I was lucky because at the university where I was teaching English, I had access to all the amenities. That means that I was able to register for the gym there and use their sports facilities. I remember when I was signing up for the gym, I was chatting with the sports director of the school, the athletic director. We were talking about how we both liked playing basketball. He said, "Oh, later tonight, I'm gonna be shooting hoops at this court. Stop by, we can hang out, shoot some hoops." So I went, and he wasn't there. But there was another group of people playing basketball. So I sort of wandered over and started to chat in what broken Spanish I had when I arrived to Spain to somebody on the sidelines, and I found out that that group had a group chat where they would make plans to schedule pickup games. I got added to the group chat and I was playing basketball like twice a week with this group of people I had just met. So just like that, just by going up to that guy and starting a conversation with him, I was able to meet a lot of people. Idea number 5, couchsurfing or hostels. So depending on when you're watching this, couchsurfing might not be a thing. It's basically an app that lets you hit up a stranger, message a stranger, and ask to sleep on their couch. Or vice versa, a stranger could come and sleep on your couch. So this is for people who want to meet new people and are looking to save money while they're traveling. I've done it a few times and I can't say that I've made lifelong connections through couchsurfing, but that's one way to meet people. Hostels are great places to meet people. It's just something about the vibe at hostels. People that are really open and friendly usually. You kind of have to be if you're going to be sharing a room with like 20 strangers. There's also a lot of events and activities that the hostels usually put on so that you can meet people and meet people in the hostel. Some of the upscale ones even have like bars and restaurants in the hostel, which is really nice because you don't have to go anywhere and you can just meet people that way. So if you're going to a new city, I would recommend, even if you're not staying in a hostel, to just go to one that has a bar or like a club and just go there and meet some people. If you've seen my Rome video, you'll know that I met my friends Juan and Noemi in a hostel. We just all happened to be in the same room and we hit it off, and I spent every day in Rome with them. And then later on, Noemi even invited me to her house in northern Italy, which was amazing, incredible. So I made a lifelong friendship just by talking to people at my hostel. Idea number 6 is try something new. Maybe it's DJing, maybe it's crocheting. For me, it was salsa dancing. You're already in a foreign place, doing foreign things with foreign people, well, foreign to you, you're the foreigner. Why not be purposeful in that, right? So a great place to meet people is in classes. Take a class on something you're interested in, or something you know that you'd be terrible at because f it, you're in Spain. While I was in Spain, I took a photography class that was taught entirely in Spanish. And even though I don't think I retained any information whatsoever from that class, I met my friend Paulina, and she's a great friend. So that alone made the class totally worth it. I also took Latin dance classes. If you've met me in person, you would know that that is the farthest thing from my personality. But it's something that I wanted to try because I knew I wasn't good at it and it kind of scared me, so I figured I should lean into that feeling and just go for it. And I made some friends doing that. So my advice to you is explore a hobby, try something new, fail at it, have people watch you fail at it, and you will bond with those people through that process. Idea number 7, host a party. So it's the trope of like every teen coming of age movie is the shy or introverted main character throws a party to impress a girl or to make friends, and shenanigans ensue. While I'm not advising you to turn your flat into a frat house, I am saying that inviting people over to your house is a great way to mingle with people and get to know some new people without even having to leave your house. Start small. Invite 3 or 4 friends over for some drinks, or to play Monopoly, or a seance, whatever you're into. Friends will invite friends and you'll meet new people in the area without even having to leave your apartment. Idea number 8. Join a language class. The best way to meet locals is to speak their language.
I talk my language.
Even if you think you have a pretty good understanding of your host country's language, I would recommend just taking a class to touch up on your skills and meet new people. I mean, I had a Spanish minor in college, so I spoke Spanish, right?
Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction.
Okay, jokes aside, a language class is a great way to meet other foreigners who are in the area, and the classroom environment is conducive to group activities and speaking activities, things that sort of force you to get to know the people in your class. You might have a lot in common. I know that this is a way that I made a lot of friends in Spain. Don't overlook this option. Idea number 9, your flat. When I moved to Spain, I shared a 3-bedroom apartment with 2 people. That helped me save on rent, and it got me some early contacts when I first moved to Spain. Well, I got along fine with one of my roommates. The other let's just say we didn't get along. So this can be hit or miss for looking for friends. But even though I had a bad experience with one of my roommates, I'm really glad I shared a flat, because when the other one did eventually move out, this quirky, short, little Colombian guy moved in to fill her room, and we ended up being great friends. He was actually the dance instructor who taught the Latin dance classes that I went to, and we quarantined together, hunkered down, really became great friends. So Uriel, shout outs to you. He also taught me a lot of Colombian slang.
Well, you call me Poppy again? Don't call me Poppy again.
Okay, idea number 10 is plan a trip. So if you're an introvert, you might rather stab hot needles in your eyes than plan a trip with a complete stranger or someone you don't know very well. But I'm telling you, this is a great way to get to know somebody. Yes, there's long train rides with awkward silences, compromises, having to be upfront with your unusual caffeine consumption habits, but that's okay, okay? That might make it seem daunting and tedious, but really it's not. You'll be spending hours with this person, sightseeing, planning the trip, traveling, and you'll get to see a lot of aspects of somebody that you wouldn't get to see just by meeting up to get coffee or playing Scrabble together. Is that what people do? You'll see how they problem solve. You'll get to know their idiosyncrasies and habits. You'll see how they handle mishaps, because those are bound to happen in a trip. It puts you and the other person in a vulnerable space, and that's really what connection is all about. You're both not experts. You're in a new country, a new city, you don't know where you're going, you're both very vulnerable, and you can bond over that experience. So traveling is a great way to really form a connection with somebody. So those are 10 ideas of places to meet friends and how to get to know people. Here are some extra bonus tips and advice that will really help you with your search for friends. So you want to make sure you get out early to meet people. You don't want your first impression to be as somebody who's unfriendly. So if you see somebody and you want to meet them, just go talk to them, or smile at least. First impressions are huge. Get a WhatsApp. If you're from the United States, we don't use WhatsApp, and I don't know why. We just like to pay for SMS messaging, I guess. We just love paying for data. But everybody has a WhatsApp outside of the United States, so get a WhatsApp to communicate with people. Another tip is be yourself. Okay, I know you've probably heard this a million times, but that goes back to being vulnerable. Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to cover anything up. You're super interesting, all right? You're the foreigner. You have stories, you have experiences that are unique. People are gonna wanna talk to you. So just be open with your personality, your likes and interests, and it'll attract the kind of people that you want in your life to you. My last tip is be a yes man or woman, he, she, they. Be a yes person. I say this because, you know, I didn't want to go out and meet people when I first got to Spain. I mean, it's true. You have to force yourself to put yourself into situations in which you're going to meet people. And you have to be proactive. So if somebody invites you out, say yes. You know, if there's a class that you're thinking about doing, say yes and go do it. This is the best piece of advice I can give you. But there is a secret bonus tip, and that will be revealed to you if you like this video and subscribe. Okay, so the secret bonus tip for how to make friends is want to make friends. Okay, obviously you want to make friends because you're watching this video, so let me explain. I just finished this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was written in the 30s, so the style's a bit dated, and I can't say it's much of a page turner. It's not the most lively read, so maybe just check out the Spark Notes. But there are some great tips in this book that are about basically just manners, how to be polite and how to not be an asshole. There was one quote in this book that really specifically stuck out to me, and that was, hold on, let me find it. Okay, I can't find the exact quote, but it was basically, if you want to be interesting, be interested. And this is huge. Okay, you're already gonna be interesting. You're the foreigner, people are gonna wanna talk to you. You're like a sports car. You're a Maserati.
Así que un Maserati, ¿eh?
You're interesting because of what and who you are. So don't worry about trying to be interesting or impressing other people. Just be interested in getting to know other people. Learn about the culture of the place that you're visiting. Ask questions. Smile. This is all advice from the book. But basically, if you really want to make friends, it will happen. You just have to go out and make it happen. Okay, so hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until the next one, give travel. Bye guys.